Woo! Orbs Forum coming at you guys today with the aftermath. Coming at you guys with the aftermath. The Detroit Lions visited the Tennessee Titans and got themselves steamrolled. Guys. A little bit of Merry Christmas to you, everybody. Got the little Lions cap going on, man. Had this thing for a long time. You know, can't wait to get the Christmas cheer in me. It's my last day of work, man. I can't wait. Beers are on the horizon. Okay? Beers are on the horizon. All right? So, anyways, guys, this is the aftermath, guys. We went up to Nashville, Tennessee, and got ourselves kicked around. Losing the game 46-25, Tennessee. We're 5-9. Titans are 10-4. We're last in our division. The Titans, I think have the tiebreaker over the Colts. So that's a good race going on right there. But let's start off with the aftermath, guys, and let's go to the quarterbacks. Stafford played this game. Probably shouldn't have. He was absolutely in a lot of pain. You could tell he was in pain, but he looked good. I thought he looked pretty good, man. He looked good up until they got knocked out of the game. But Stafford, he was 22 for 32, 69% completion percentage, 252 yards and a touchdown. No picks, no sacks. The O-line pretty much protected him really good. That's in case too because Tennessee's defense isn't really good. They're not very good. They don't really get to the quarterback much. They got a couple guys that can get to the quarterback really a little bit, but they don't really have a good defense. They just don't have a good defense. Not worse than ours, but they just don't have a good defense. And then he got and then he went out of the game, and Chase Daniel came in later on, and he went 5 for 6, 83%, and 55 yards, no touchdowns. Threw a bad pick, no sacks too as well. Ryan Tannehill came in, man. He was 21 for 27, completing his passes at 78%. He was on. He was really good. He looked really confident out there. It's like pitch and catch against that Detroit defense, man. So 273 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he got sacked once in the end zone. It was a safety. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But Tannehill outshined our quarterbacks. He looked really good out there, real crisp, throwing the ball, running around, making plays, hitting guys, like Corey Davis, A.J. Brown, using his tight ends a lot too, which was really good for that offense. That offense is solid, man. You can't talk about that offense. It's actually more than solid. It's a phenomenal offense in Tennessee. They got a great offense. Going up against that defense too, they just made us look like children. So it was good, man. But Tannehill played well, and I thought Stafford played well as too. Man, he ended up getting hurt later on in the game. Took back-to-back hits. It was just too much. The game was pretty much out of hand too. So a lot of crazy stuff happened here too, man. Guys going. Braden Coombs getting fired. Our special teams coordinator going over. They're above his head, not consulting with them and going for a fake punt. And not the first time he's done something like this. So got himself fired for it. So who knows what's going on with that? It's just a lot of stupid stuff going on, man, with this team. But anyways, Tannehill looked really good. Stafford, I thought, played good as well. And Daniel came in and looked okay. Man, he threw that one pick, but I expect Chase Daniel to be playing the next 2 games because we are officially eliminated. So done. On to the running backs, guys. Detroit. Swift had a good day, man. 15 carries for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns at a 4.5 YPC, man. He looked really good out there, I thought. 15 carries. Maybe could have got him involved a little bit more, but it wasn't bad. You can't ask too much more. His yards per carry were solid. Adrian Peterson had 6 carries for 23 out of 3.8. Stafford had 2 carries for 12 yards. Almost had a heart attack when he ran that one ball. I was kind of scared about it. I was actually nervous about him getting hurt. So it's just... He's just such a gamer. Chase Daniel had 1 carry for 11 yards. Jamal Agnew had 1 carry for 7 yards. C.J. Moore on a fake punt had 1 carry for 3 yards. And then Hawkinson had a carry for 0 yards. Ended up fumbling the football. I don't remember if he fumbled on the pass or the run, but I know he had a fumble lost. Swift had a fumble lost too, actually, on a goal line run. Tried to jump over over the line and fumbled, man. We ended up getting the ball back right away and scoring, but Swift's got to be smarter than that. Hold on to the freaking football, man. Just hold on to the ball, man. You know what I mean? But we had 123 yards on the ground as a total. Our running backs had about 77, 87, about 80 yards on the ground with Swift and AP. Everybody else, it's kind of chipped in. So we had 123 yards total as a unit rushing the football. Not bad. Should be better, especially with our running backs. But that's just the way it's been all year. We don't have a good running game at all. So Swift's going to have to work on some things next year. Now on to the Titans. Derrick Henry had 24 carries for 147 yards and a touchdown. I thought he was going to have a bigger day. Really, I did, but he still rushed for over 6.1 yards a carry. The guy's a monster. He's a load. He gets stronger as the quarters go by. It's fascinating, literally watching that kid run the football quarter to quarter, because you could see him getting stronger. It's nuts. I've never really seen that, man, in the NFL too much. Man. You don't really see guys getting stronger like that, like stronger, and they look heavier. You know what I mean? Like. And when I say they look heavier, that just means that the defenders are having a tough time tackling them, because he's just so strong. He's just so strong and so big. And Jamie Collins found out, too, and so did Alex Myers. Alex Myers got himself memed forever on one of the funniest. If you can go look on Twitter, you can go look on any social media outlet, or Google Derrick Henry, Alex Myers. Google it. It's maybe the funniest picture I've ever seen in my life. He posterizes, punk slaps, stiff arms, whatever you want to call that, man. Whatever you want to call what he did to me. He he threw him to the side like he was tossing the garbage out on a Tuesday night, man. It was classic. I don't think it was as bad as the Josh Norman one was. But the actual picture of it is classic. Baby Alex Myers getting tossed by King Henry. It's great. Go check it out, guys. But anyways, man, he had a big day. 147 on the ground. Probably could have had more. But 6.1 yards per carry, which is awesome. Then Darrington Evans, they're back up at 8 carries for 30 yards at a 3.8 clip. And then Ryan Tannehill had 3 carries for 21 yards, 2 scores. One real nice score on a ball where I think it was like a 7 or 8. I forget how long the touchdown run, but maybe 10 yards. But he reached out, made a nice run to the pylon, hit the pylon with the ball. It was just a really nice touchdown run. And then Logan Woodside, their backup quarterback, had 3 carries for -3 yards. They had over 195 yards on the ground. That's what you should be doing. That's how you do it. That's how you win football games right there, man, with a really great run game. Now on to the receiving guys. Marvin Jones, man, he had a big day for Detroit Lions. 10 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown on 12 targets. Hunter Bryant, who I finally love to see, our undrafted free agent tight end that we picked up from Washington in college, had 1 catch for 44 yards on two targets. 44-yarder was nice. Then they tried to go deep to him again, and he almost made an acrobatic catch. I can't wait to see this kid full bloom next year. They could possibly make this kid a wide receiver, right? He doesn't have crazy speed, but he runs really nice routes, and he's got really good hands, and he can get open. I'm excited to see the future for this kid. Our wide receiving core is so depleted next year. It's so jacked up that I wouldn't be shocked if they might try to throw this kid at wide receiver next year. Maybe. You know what I mean? If not, he's going to be a beautiful compliment to TJ Hawkinson. And he had a couple really nice blocks too, Hunter Bryant as well too. So it's something that he's not even known for. No, Mohamed Sanu had 4 catches for 38 yards on 5 targets. A little bit of a slow day. Quintez Cephas had 1 catch for 36 yards and 3 targets. Danny Amendola, 3 catches for 20 yards, 4 targets. Hawk, really slow day. 2 catches for 18 yards and a fumble. DeAndre Swift, 4 catches for 15 yards. Jamal Agnew, 1 catch for 13 yards. And you know what, man? I've been kind of riding Jamal Agnew. They need to get him a little bit more involved in the passing game. Every time he touches the ball, he seems to get big chunks. So, he only had a target. So, you know what I mean? You literally, cut guys for this guy. I know he's your kick returner, punt returner, Detroit. I understand that. But, man, I think you need to play him a little bit more. Or just release him. Release the guy or something. You know what I mean? You got rid of Travis Fulgham for this guy. You know what I mean? Nobody knew what Travis Fulgham was going to be. Travis Fulgham has completely fallen off the face of the earth the last month. So it doesn't really matter. But at first, Travis Fulgham was looking like Terrell Owens out there. You know what I mean? He was looking phenomenal. Lions fans were tripping. But I did call that Travis Fulgham was going to slow down after everybody started coming back from Philly. And he did. But you kept Agnew, and you barely use him. So whatever, man. Then Jesse James had 1 catch for 11 yards on 1 target. Now, they had an okay day, man, receiving the ball. Marvin Jones showed up big time. They're missing out on Golladay, man. They're missing out on Golladay huge. We needed him for this game. It might have been a different outcome, but I doubt it. Our defense is pure trash. But for them, man, the Tennessee Titans, Corey Davis had a big day for them. 4 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown. Nice long touchdown, 75-yarder on 6 targets. Jonnu Smith, their tight end, 5 catches for 52 yards and no score. 5 targets. A.J. Brown had 5 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown. 6 targets. Darrington Evans had 2 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown as well on 2 targets. Anthony Ferguson, their other tight end, had 1 catch for 20 yards on 1 target. Nicole Pruitt had 1 catch for 10 yards on 2 targets, another tight end. Derrick Henry had 2 catches for 5 yards on 2 targets. It's not really his game, catching the football. And then Jeremy McNichols had a catch for 5 yards on 1 target. So, sound game. A really nice sound game for the receiving core. Davis with a huge day. A.J. Brown getting in the end zone. Darrington Evans getting in the end zone. So, as a running back. So, they look good doing that. On to the defense, guys. Now, here we go. I'm probably about to lose it. Deron Harmon with 10 tackles. Jaron Kearse, 7 tackles and a pass deflection. Austin Bryant, 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. He actually had a good game. I was actually proud of him. He went in there, those 2 tackles for loss. He shot in the backfield, man. Made some nice plays. But we need him to be that sack guy, too, as well, eventually. John Pennicini had 6 tackles, the other rookie, with 1 tackle for loss. Oruwariye had 5 tackles. He got abused a little bit, man, again. He got abused again, and he's starting to get destroyed on social media now. The last 2 weeks, I say, let everybody calm down. Amani Oruwariye is not a number 1 guy, okay? He's filling in the number 1 spot right now because, Okuda's done, Trufant's done. So he's filling in and he's trying his best. He's a number 2 at best, okay? He's a number 2 guy. He's filling in, and I think he's doing an okay job. He's getting abused on some routes, but that's going to happen because he's not the guy. He's not the guy, and he's trying to be the guy right now by default, and it's just not working. It's just not working, but that's okay. He's going to be good. We just need guys. We need guys healthy. We need Okudah healthy and to be better next year. Now, Alex Myers, man. Bro, sorry about your debut, dude. Like I said earlier, you got yourself posterized. You got yourself memed. You got punked. You got thrown around. But it's not a big deal because King Henry does that for a living. He does it for a living to people. It's just common, bro. You got yourself posterized. Now you're famous. Yeah, he had 5 tackles for 1 and 1 pass deflect. Reggie Ragland had 5 tackles. Romeo Okwara had a solid day. He had 4 tackles, big sack and a safety. Hurtled over an old lineman and got Tannehill in the end zone before Tannehill even knew what was going on. So it was a safety, 2 points. 2 tackles for loss and a quarterback hit. I'll come back to that too. Colin Sr., 4 tackles and a tackle for loss. Jelani Tavai, 4 tackles. Christian Jones, 3 tackles. Jared Davis, 3 tackles. Tracy Walker, 2 tackles. Frank Herron, 2 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, our defensive tackle. Kevin Strong, another DT, 2 tackles. Miles Killebrew had a tackle. Vaitai had a tackle. I think it was on the fumble. I think he ended up getting hurt because of it. I'm pretty sure he got hurt because of that. I forget, but he got hurt again. Big V. Jamal Agnew had a tackle, probably on special teams, and Will Harris had a tackle, and Michael Ford had a tackle. Okay, guys. Let me talk about this defense is just junk. Like, I know we played the Tennessee Titans. It's the same thing every week. It doesn't matter who we play. It doesn't matter if we play Tennessee Titans, one of the top in the league, or the Jacksonville Jaguars, one of the worst offenses in the league. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Either team is going to have a big day against us. One quarterback hit we had. One. And it was on the Aquara sack in the end zone. One quarterback hit. Just one. And it was on the sack. 0 interceptions. 2 pass deflects. No forced fumbles. No fumble recovery. None of that. Every week it's that. Every week. It's the same thing. But hey, go get that quarterback, man. Go get that quarterback, Detroit. Go get that young rookie quarterback. And I hope to God he's Patrick Mahomes. Okay? I hope he's the next Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson. Because if he's not, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose even more games. But hey, let's go get that quarterback, man. Let's go get him. You know what I mean? Let's go get that quarterback. I'm telling you, man. This defense needs more work than anything on this whole friggin' team. And it does. Like, I get it, though. I get it. You got to get the quarterback. Sorry, I'm being a little sarcastic. This defense, man, we only have 5 picks in the draft. What are we going to do about this defense? I say the same thing on every video I do, every live stream I go on. It's the same crap. I say the same thing. What are we going to do? So what? We're going to get our second. So are we just going to draft defense 2nd till 5th? Go get the quarterback, and then what? This new GM that's coming in, whoever you are, bro, you're in for a tough haul. You're in for a tough haul, man. You got so much work to do, not only inside within the organization, outside too as well. Like, you have to go get guys, man. You got to get playmakers on offense. You have to go get playmakers on defense even more. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get guys that make plays, not just tackle people. Okay? We got guys that can tackle people, and we don't even really have that. You know what I mean? We don't even really have that. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. No picks, no forced fumbles, barely any sack. We don't sack the quarterback. If Romeo Aquara doesn't make a play, we don't do anything. We don't do nothing. 0. So, I don't know, man. Go get that quarterback, I guess, man. Now on to the Titans, guys. Their defense. David Long Jr. had 12 tackles. Half tackle for loss. Pass deflect. He had a good game, linebacker. Kevin Byard had 10 tackles, tackle for loss. 2 pass deflect, and he had 1 interception off Chase Daniel. He had a really nice game. Malcolm Butler, 9 tackles. Amani Hooker had 7 tackles. Rashad Evans, 7 tackles. Joshua Kalu, 4 tackles. Daquan Jones had 3 tackles. Tackle for loss, 1 forced fumble. Chris Jackson, 3 tackles. Harold Landry III, 3 tackles and a quarterback hit. Nick Westbrook-Akeen had 2 tackles and 1 tackle for loss. Ty Smith, 2 tackles. Desmond King II, 2 tackles. Adoree Jackson, welcome back, brother. 2 tackles. Jeffrey Simmons, 2 tackles. 2 quarterback hits, 1 fumble recovery. T.R. Tart had 2 tackles. Tackle for loss, 2 on a botch snap by Joe Dahl. Guskowski, their kicker, had a tackle. Nick Dubinar had 1 tackle. Jack Crawford had a tackle. 2 QB hits. Wyatt Ray had a tackle. Senior Reese Perry had a tackle. Derek Robertson had a tackle. Kareem Moore had a tackle. And Will Compton had a fumble recovery. Now, this Tennessee defense is not good, okay? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they have a great defense, because they don't. They have like the fewest sacks in the NFL. They give up points. They give up all that kind of stuff. They don't really make too many plays, but you know what they did? They had 5 QB hits, 3 pass deflections, whatever. Had fumble recoveries, a couple forced fumbles, and a pick. You know what I mean? Do you get it? Made plays. Got in the quarterback's face, made a pick, fumble recoveries, forced fumbles. You know what I mean? This offense is what fuels this Tennessee Titans team, okay? Let's not get it twisted. This offense is what fuels them, but defensively, if you do these little things, like hit the quarterback, make a pick, get an interception, get a forced fumble, your chances of winning go up even more. You know what I mean? So, but Tennessee, you should worry about that defense come playoff time. I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. Two-tone. You guys know, man. You guys know, guys. You guys know. Now, onto the scoring. Okay, first quarter, we were in this game for a while, guys. Okay, Derrick Henry started off the scoring, 3-yard run, made it 7-0 Tennessee. Marvin Jones had a 2-yard pass made it 7-7 on a beautiful sidearm, no look pass by Matthew Stafford. He does not get enough recognition, man, for his toughness, for his play, all that stuff. Made it 7-7. Then before even Stafford sat down, Corey Davis had a 75-yard touchdown pass from Tannehill that made it 14-7. It was literally like 20 seconds later. 20 to 25 seconds later, he scored that 75-yarder. Before he even sat down, man. Stafford had to run right back out. So that made it 14-7 Tennessee. On to the second quarter, Tannehill had a nice 17-yard run. It was a 17-yard run. That made it 21-7 for Tennessee. And you're like, oh no, here we go, man. It's starting to run away with it early. Tannehill got sacked in the end zone by Okwara. Got a beautiful play by Okwara. He hurdled the left tackle. He hurdled that left tackle, clearly jumped over him. The tackle was going down. Forget who it was from Tennessee, the old lineman. But he hurdled him. Okwara made a beautiful play before Tannehill even knew what was up. And we got the safety. That made it 21-9 for Tennessee. And then Swift got a 2-yard run on a nice drive by Detroit. That made it 21-15 for Tennessee. And then Gostkowski hit a 38-yard field goal to make it 24-15 for Tennessee. So on to the third quarter. Third quarter was quiet on both ends, offensive and defense. Defense was just making stops. And on both sides, believe it or not, on our side, wow. The only score on the third quarter was field goal. Prater hit a 53-yarder. He missed one earlier in the day, too. I think he missed a 30-something, but he hits a 53-yarder. That made it 24-18 Tennessee. So we were in it. We were in it, man. You know what I mean? We were down 6 going into the fourth. So we were in the game. And then the dam broke. Tannehill in the fourth quarter had a 3-yard run that made it 32-18. And then A.J. Brown had a 2-yard pass, I think, because we fumbled the football. So they got down to the goal line. And that made it 39-18 Tennessee. Then we came back on a 6-yard run by Swift, on a really nice, powerful run by DeAndre Swift. That made it 25-39. We're like, you know what I mean? But it was just a little too late. Darrington Evans then had a 3-yard pass from Tannehill. That made it 25-46. Game, set, match, boom. Write it up. It's done. It's over with. Now, this game, guys, I'm just going to say, it's just the same old stuff with the defense. You know, Tannehill and Henry were unstoppable. Career highs for Tannehill with 5 total touchdowns. Henry did his thing. Corey Davis with a huge day, and A.J. Brown contributing, along with the tight ends here and there, man. 3 tight ends got involved. Jonnu Smith being the main guy. Then Tennessee D stepped up, had 3 turnovers, didn't get to the quarterback, hit him, didn't sack him, but they got to the quarterback, made him uncomfortable, made Stafford uncomfortable, and forced 3 turnovers. So that's what you do to win football games. Then Titans clinch a playoff berth. They're fighting with Indy right now, and the Lions officially get eliminated. They're done. It's a wrap. Turkey, pop, it's done. It's over with. I expect to see Chase Daniel the next 2 weeks. I expect it. But who knows, man, with Stafford, the guy just wants to play. But he's too. We have to see where we're at with him now. Let's see where we're at with him. Then like some positives, man. Prater hit a 53-yarder that ties Sebastian Janikowski NFL record with his 58th career kick of 50-plussers. So that's one thing to look at. And then guys that got hurt, Big V ended up with a concussion. Michael Ford ended up getting hurt with his foot. Walker slow to get up, so it looked like he was possibly concussed. And then Jamie Collins, after hitting Derrick Henry, was real slow to get up later on in the game as well, too. So he's probably a little bit concussed coming into this Saturday's game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. We have the next 2 games at home, so Tampa and then Minnesota. So I don't expect to win either one of them. But there's not a lot of positives I can say about this game, guys. There's not a lot of positives. Marvin Jones had a really solid day. Stafford being gritty, being tough, working with what he can work with. Had a good game until he got hurt, and then I liked what I saw out of Swift too, man. His yards per carry were nice, 4.5. That's what you want to see. Getting in the end zone twice, but he needs to hold on to the football. Anything else on defensively from the Lions? Nothing really, guys. Austin Bryant, I thought, impressed me a little bit. 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss were nice. Romeo Okwara just doing his thing. Seems he does something every other game. You know what I mean? He's going to get paid. He's a free agent next year, so there's going to be a lot of suitors looking for him. You know what I mean? Looking to pay him. I don't know what kind of money he's going to really want, but he could possibly end up with 10-plus sacks this year. So he's going to ask for a huge pay raise from what he's getting paid right now. You know what I mean? He's the best O-line. He's the best D lineman we have. And Trey Flower makes $90 million. So what's he going to ask for? You know what I mean? What's he going to ask for? He's gonna deserve it. He's going to deserve whatever he gets. He's going to get paid. Nobody else really impressed me, guys. Nobody impressed me. Jamie Collins didn't do nothing. Nobody else did anything that I'm worth even talking about. You hit the quarterback once, you don't get no picks, you don't get no four. Yeah, man, it's just, I'm done talking about this defense, man. They make me sick. So anyways, guys, that's it, man. That's it. 46-25. Tennessee steamrolls Detroit Lions. We were kind of in the game up until the 4th. Then the floodgates opened and we couldn't catch up. So that was it, man. And now on to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay actually comes to Detroit. They come to Ford Field, and we're going to see what happens here. We'll see what happens with this game. I don't expect. It's Saturday at 1 p.m. too, I believe, that game. So I'll probably come out with my preview on Saturday. Merry Christmas, everybody, guys, because Christmas Eve, Thursday, tomorrow, Christmas Day on Friday. No videos are coming out on those days. I'll be drinking rum and eggnogs. That's what I'll be doing. That's what I'll be doing, and then Saturday I'll probably come up with a preview, man, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I expect Chase Daniel in there, and I expect a long list of injuries, too. I expect a long list of injuries on the Detroit side. So anyways, guys, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, man. I'll see you before New Year, but Merry Christmas, guys. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Do all the safe things. Be safe. Don't have too many people at your house. I don't know, man, with this COVID. You know what I mean? So just be safe, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, hit that all button, and like and comment, positive, negative. Doesn't matter. I'm coming at you either way. All right, guys? Go Lions. Boom.